We in, baby.
Spell crack music ENT, you know what the fuck we do. I am the fucking radio. Let's go, Lord. It's the More Music Moment Cypher Show, Saturday night, 7 and 9. You hear the tightest flow, tightest flow. It's the More Music Moment Cypher Show, Saturday night, 7 and 9. You hear the tightest flows. Tune in. It's the More Music Moment Cypher Show, Saturday night, 7 and 9. You hear the tightest flows, tightest flow. It's the More Music Moment Cypher Show, Saturday night, 7 and 9. You hear the tightest flows. It's the More Music Moment Cypher Show, Saturday night, 7 and 9. You hear the tightest flows. Bars hit harder than Mike Tyson blows. Plus I created spell crack music just to enlighten those who on their righteous paths. God that recite the math for niggas who came up just like me, coming off the app, knowing that it's more to see. So I created poetry feeds so people could see the people daily that before with me. My big homie E, roll with me. Y'all know I'm Eric, yeah, my music business partner, big brother, and that's my engineer. You can see Jekyll vision clear. That's the tech guard. Enough respect, God, cause you do the best job for all of the technicals and the extras, though. What's the goddess, Nicaragua, slang products and looking sexy, though. Doing what we do. Find a better panel. This is Core TV. You couldn't find a better channel, nigga. It's the More Music Moment Cypher Show, Saturday night, 7 and 9. Yeah, the tightest flow, tightest flow. It's the More Music Moment Cypher Show, Saturday night, 7 and 9. Yeah, the tightest flows. Tune in. It's the More Music Moment Cypher Show, Saturday night, 7 and 9. Yeah, the tightest flows, tightest flow. It's the More Music Moment Cypher Show, Saturday night, 7 and 9. Yeah, the tightest flows.
All right, we got More Music Moment Cypher Show with your host, Lordy,
Lord,
and your boy Jekyll.
What's going on, family?
What's going on, y'all?
Peace to the family, peace, love, and light to the family. Y'all know what it is, man. Welcome to the More Music Moment Cypher Show. You know, so like we said, we got the hostess with the mostest, Lordy. We got Jack the Tech God. And we got the big homie E. Shout out to Nika, our other co-host. She couldn't be here today, but she definitely be on board with us next week. Today is a special show. You know what I'm saying? We got some guests. We're going to be interviewing and all of that. Today's topic is basically based on female artists. We're going to be talking about female artists. And we're going to jump right into this interview, you know what I'm saying? Being that we got some, you know, some powerful demonstration today. So let me get this going real quick, so we can pull up this first guest that we have on the show. Go ahead and invite that guest in, guys, so we can get this popping.
We're coming out royalty, right?
It's actually, it should be whoever's in the chat. Oh,
Yeah, we got royalty.
Yeah, royalty.
Hey, how you doing?
How you doing?
All right, all right. How you doing, Ma? How you doing? All right.
How you
It's nice
doing
to
today?
meet you guys.
No, nice to meet you. Welcome.
Pleasure. So welcome to the More Music Cypher Show, More Music Moment Cypher Show, and glad you could share your time and energy with us and all of that. I know you got things to do. It's Saturday and all that, so we just want to be brief with you. Tell the people a little bit about yourself. You know what I'm saying? Introduce yourself, where you're from, and what you actually do in the industry or in the game.
Okay, for starters, my name is Royalty. I am a manager. I manage executive producers, artists. I'm also a licensed cosmetologist, barber, stylist. I am also an artist myself as well. I rap, I sing. I got a lot of stuff going on. I do readings too, you guys. So if y'all ever need a good reading for healing, I got you.
Okay? Absolutely.
Dope.
What type of readings?
They're healing things that you want. You should all. It's basically like confirmation, of your life, of things that you need to work on in order to elevate. So it's pretty dope. They're accurate. So yeah.
It's like life fulfillment.
Life fulfillment. Yes.
No, I like that. It's good.
Right.
Yeah.
So a quick question: as a female manager in the game, do you find it tough in your position to actually, kind of give people deals or, rub elbows with males and in your business, or is it actually easier as a female to get in doors that men can't get in PC?
I would say both. The reason why I say both because a female, if you have any types of looks about you or someone finds you attractive, you can get in very easy. But it's hard when you are a female who has morals and values because, some people, they want you to do things that you don't want to do to get ahead. So you have to basically show these people that you have, it's mind over matter. You have to let them know that you can do something that somebody else can't do, and you got to really really show them your worth as a female. Yeah.
I would say a perfect example of that is Lizzo. Lizzo,
Okay, yeah,
Lizzo
yeah.
doesn't fit the stereotype, but she's got it going on.
Right,
Right.
right, right.
Mind over
Definitely,
matter.
definitely,
Yeah, absolutely.
definitely. Definitely. It's beauty and everything, you know what I'm saying? It's all
Mhm.
about, beauty's in the eye of the beholder, you know what I'm saying? But
Right. But
okay, back to
all
you.
people don't think like that. They don't,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
that's what we have to just
that's an
accept.
agenda. That's an American agenda. They push a certain image, and you know what I'm
Hmm.
saying, and all of that to say what describes what beauty is to us and stuff like that, and all of that. And that's not really beauty. You know what I'm saying? It's the images that we actually, get force fed to believe what is beauty. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But
And
back
that's
to
just
you.
one of the things that makes it very hard.
Right, right, right. Back to you as a female artist, a female manager and artist, because you're an art manager too as well. But I mean, an artist as well. But as a manager, how many artists do you manage
I
roughly?
manage like 4 artists right now. I
Okay,
started probably I started last year. So it's building more, but I'm nitpicky about who I manage because when I manage my artists, I pour into them. It's more I'm more on the level of changing the game. I'm kind of bored with what everybody else is coming out with. I want to do something new, and I want my artists to really do some healing, go and went deep within themselves and start actually distributing music that actually means something. Like I'm so sick of hearing about hoes, thoughts, and money and diamonds, and
Yeah.
I'm just bored with it. Like it's so much stuff to talk about.
Right.
right, 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 right. So, um, I know right now you don't have any music per se, but eventually, how could we locate? Say I see we got your little contacts up there, or whatever, as far as like if people wanted to get a hold of you as a manager and all of that. But what if they want to hear your music in the near future or whatever it is, and hear what you got to offer? Can you come back on the show? Maybe another
Sure,
time, with your music and all of that, or maybe sing something
sure. And
for us
I'll
live or
also be
something like that.
bringing, yeah, I'll be interested in doing something like that. I'll come back on the show. And just let y'all hear some of my artists' music. We have a lot of music right now, but like I said, they are still in development right now. But some of them is almost ready. I'm also still
Okay.
recruiting. Um, I do have a lot of connections out here in the industry, so you know. But like I said, it's in the building process. It's in the building process of things. But most definitely, I'll be able to come back to the show.
Well, definitely, definitely. We'd love to have you back on, man. I appreciate your time and energy. I know you told me earlier, prior to this, you had to take something to do. So I just wanted to get you real briefly up here. If you want to share anything else or add anything, you're welcome to do that. If you have any advice you want to give to any upcoming aspiring female artists, feel free to do that. The platform is yours.
Okay. Advice wise, I would tell my females stand for what you know. Stand on your morals. It's okay to be classy, sassy, and sexy. Um, just don't let anyone devalue you. Make sure you just have to stand. You got to stand for something, but don't fall for nothing. So that's about it.
Okay, okay, okay. I like that, Jake. That deserves a little hand. We need an audience for that, clap for that or something. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That deserves a round of applause or something. You know. But yeah, I appreciate you coming on the show. Like I said, the next time you do come, you'll have your artists with you and all of that. We'll be able to spin some of y'all music. People will be able to hear y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what this platform is for. It's, you know, it's about trying to spread, you know, local artists, people that's not in the game, and give them a chance to spread light on as many platforms as possible as they can. And so that's what this platform is about. You know what I'm saying? It's about talent, gifts, and just, you know, artistry and shit like that. So I thank you again, and stay in touch with us, and we'll definitely get back in touch with you to bring y'all back on.
All right. Thank you. Y'all have a nice night.
Royalty, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you as well.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay. We have it, yo.
Yeah, you know what, man? It's a breath of fresh air, you know, with her, you know, saying that, you know, the females need to come with something other than, you know, the hoes and all of that stuff, you know.
Well, you know, that agenda is heavy right now. You know, you got the Glorilla, you got the Cardi B, the Nicki Minaj wave. You know, what I'm noticing about the Glorilla, she's impacting it like almost like a Lil Wayne.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like this is becoming like a Lil Wayne phenomenon type of thing. You know, making little Glorillas. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Cardi was just more mimicking what Nicki was doing. You know what I'm saying? That type of shit and all of that. But I think do we have another guest in the back?
Yeah, it looks like we got Fari over here.
Let's bring Fari X on there.
Well, Fari X.
Let's bring
Fari
X on there, the goddess.
How you doing, Fari? How you doing up here?
I'm peace. How are y'all doing?
Pretty good.
Peace.
It's Saturday.
Yeah.
Definitely. Got the goddess Fari X in the building with us right now and all of that. Appreciate you for coming on and all of that. Definitely want to hear some of your music. We're going to display some of that music and all of that, if you don't mind. You know what I'm saying? We're going to share some of your music on the site and ask you a few questions if you know if that's cool with you.
That's fine with me.
That's what we're here for.
Dope. So, brother man, can you leak the snippet of Fari X? That snippet on. Let's get some of her.
Oh baby, you stay on my mind like all the time, all the time. Been loving you, the things you do. Oh baby, you stay on my mind like all the time, all the time. Been loving you, the things you do.
Yes, ma'am.
So that's
okay.
the official snippet. The official snippet is another version of that. So that was just a trailer. It was just like a little trailer.
Okay.
The official snippet.
That song right there is your most recent song, or?
No. That's just one of the recent songs I'm turning into a video.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Dope.
My most recent song is called Precision.
Okay. You got an album out? You working on an album right now, or?
Yeah, I'm getting ready to release my project next month.
Okay. What's the date on that?
That project's called Energy. I haven't put out the date yet, but it's gonna be next month.
Okay.
So next month, yeah.
So go ahead, before we go into the interview, I want you to go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell us where you're from. Basically, you know, a little bit about yourself, like how long you've been doing music, you know.
All right. So as y'all know, my name is Fari X. Fari X Wisdom. I am from a couple of different places. So I was born in Boston, but I was raised back and forth from Boston to the Bay Area. Then, as I got a little older, I moved down south. So I spent a very long time in Atlanta. And then I just moved back to Boston during the pandemic. So that's where I'm from. What do I do? As you know, I do music. I am also a manager of artists. I have an entertainment label. I also help produce films. I write books. I'm an author of 16 books. What else do I do? I write scripts. I edit books. I edit magazines. I have my own body contouring and holistic medicine business here in Massachusetts and one in Atlanta. So that's what I do for the most part.
So you got your hands mixed
Oh,
in everything.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's good.
yeah, she a Sagittarius like me, so that's how we move. You feel me?
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
how them Sagittarius roll.
I
So
used
let
to
me
do
ask you this.
that.
Go ahead, say that again.
You said, how do you know I was a Sagittarius?
I do my research, you know. But question. So walk us through your childhood and like music. How did you like start to get developed into your character into this music stuff?
Well, my father, he was a DJ. So I grew up in entertainment. My mother was a dancer. My father started managing me when I was a young girl. I was in a group, Pick Up Kids. We went on Apollo. We performed all across, the East Coast for the most part. Then I stopped doing music because I was a badass kid and I started getting in trouble. I was still doing music, but I wasn't doing it professionally. You know what I mean? I was just writing music from lockup and stuff like that, and probably going behind the school and entering freestyle battles with the boys or whatever. And then I go back on the block. That's the stuff I was doing at a young age. Then I took a break, like I said, moved back to Cali. Um, just started going into medicine, actual, conventional medicine. So I started going into medicine, became a nurse, didn't like that, went into psychology, went and got a degree for counseling psychology, didn't like that, because my heart was really holistic medicine. So then I started doing that, and all while I was doing that, I was still doing music. I started, touching bases with a couple of, the greats in the Bay Area and started working with them, going in the studios and released a couple of, songs or whatever. Moved down to Vegas, was still doing my thing in Vegas, opened up my company where I was, at first my entertainment label, it was just really, I was managing models, I was just pushing girls out there and just getting them in videos and on the runway and all that stuff, all while I was doing my music. Then I started going back to Atlanta, dipping and dabbing in the music scene and started picking up artists at the same time. So I started doing that. Then I got signed with Warner, and I was with them for a little bit. Then I became independent again, and that's great in like 2012. So that's the last time I dropped my mixtape. I took a break in 2012, and then I came for 13, 12 or 13. Yeah, 12 or 13. Then I came back just 2 years ago, or a year and a half ago, and just started making more waves. Took a break with creating my own music. I was still behind the scenes managing artists and writing, ghostwriting, and doing stuff like that. I just wasn't putting out no music. That's all.
So who are some of the artists that like kind of inspired you to even want to do music before, like some of the older MCs in the game, or you know, females that you like? Ooh, I like her. I'm gonna be like her one day, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, who
Um,
did you idolize or like?
Salt and Pepper was a group that I looked up to. So it was definitely Salt and Pepper. I used to like, I still like Salt and Pepper. Then as I got a little, I got more into Missy Elliott. I was into Erica Badu. So and Lil Kim and Foxy Brown. That was my era. So that's what I
Okay,
listened to. You know what I mean? So it was, yeah,
right,
Missy, Foxy, Lil Kim, Erica Badu.
right. The greats from the golden era, the greats from the golden era of hip hop. I can dig it.
I think
From
that
that
was like
era
I
too.
think that was the best era of hip hop right there, man.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
golden era right there,
Yeah, no
definitely.
doubt. No
I
doubt. No
Definitely.
doubt.
I was kind of feeling Charlie Baltimore. I like Queen Pen. There was people, but they wasn't like my inspirations. But I did listen to them. You know
Mm.
what I mean? Um, I listened to Eve. She wasn't an inspiration, but I listened to her because she was dope.
She
You
was
know what I
dope.
mean?
Yeah, she was dope.
Yeah, she was dope, but she wasn't one of my inspirations. But she
Mm.
was like dope. The Brat, she was an inspiration of mine. I loved the Brat growing up. Matter of fact, I used to try to be like her. I used to wear my hair like her. I wore big clothes like her. I was just really into the Brat. But I had this other side of me. I was into little. You know what I mean? So
Right, right.
I was more comfortable like the rap. I was more comfortable in bigger clothes and and that type of attire. So yeah, that's basically inspired me, the women. But the men that inspired me growing up was Big Daddy Kane. I loved Mobb Deep. Growing up, Mobb Deep was definitely the business.
Yeah, Mob Deep and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. I was definitely a fan of Nas, definitely a fan of Bone, and definitely Biggie. So that's who I listen to. I listen to Pop, but just like I said about Eve, like Pop was dope, but he wasn't an inspiration of mine. It was more so Biggie was inspiration of mine because I relate to him more. That's what I was able to understand more of Biggie. I only understood some of Tupac's songs because I had a mother that was an addict. You know what I mean? So just some things that he put out, I was able to understand. Other things, I was just like, that ain't got nothing to do with me. I didn't really care about it. But his music was dope.
Okay. 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 Dope. I like that. I like the kind of the same era of music I come up on. We all in that same age bracket, so
I love
that
Corrupt.
golden era. Yeah.
Corrupt.
So as a female artist, what's the hardest challenge for you? That you had to face. You know what I'm saying? Trying to gain success. The level of success. Reach that level of success in this industry. You know what I'm saying? What's the hardest challenges that you face?
Just comparisons. It's a challenge
Mm,
to be compared to other people.
mm,
People expect for you to be a certain way because other artists are a certain way. You know what I mean? Or they expect for you to look a certain way because other artists look a certain way. The comparisons and shit is what kind of I don't like. You know what I mean? I don't like that.
right.
But
Who
everything
do
else,
they compare you to? Who do they say when somebody come up to you like, oh, you sound like such and such? Like who they compare you to sometimes? Like,
no, I never really had no one say I sound like someone. I had people more so saying that you should sound like this person.
See, and that's what I
okay,
don't agree
okay,
with right there. You
okay,
know what? She comes
okay.
from
The
that
certain
era.
formulas, cause in
She,
hip hop right now today, it's only 5 formulas. You got to sound like the Cardi B, the
yeah,
Migos.
but you
You
know
got to
what?
sound like certain people
Yeah, but you
in
know
order
what?
to
I
get in
don't agree
anywhere.
with that because she comes from that era, just like that's the era that we were we grew up in, where
No biting
there was no
allowed, bro.
biting. There was no biting. You had to come up
Right.
with your own
Hmm.
style. You had to come up with
Niggas
your
punch
own
you in the face.
technique. Exactly.
Niggas was turning over niggas' tables, all of that, bro.
Yeah,
Fighting,
Exactly.
about
getting
Mike
fucked up.
Rod.
You know what I'm saying?
So I
We from
applaud
that
her.
era,
I
though.
applaud her for having her own style and just wanting to be her.
Definitely, bro.
Like
Dope.
all that, you should sound like this person, you should look like this, or you should do. Nah, I'm not doing none of
Yeah,
that.
no, I
Like
sound like me. I sound like
yeah,
me.
I'm just not doing none of that. Now
Right.
I have been told that I have been told by people that are at least like 35 and above that they can tell that I get some of my style from Kim or Foxy. I've been told that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
I haven't heard Missy, and I know why because I don't really even deliver like Missy at all. You know what I mean? So I know
Right.
that's why Missy, she was one of my inspirations. I've also been told that I give them Erica Badu vibes. It's probably just my energy because I definitely don't create music like her. You know what I mean? So it's probably my energy that they're feeling or something of that nature. But one thing for sure, Erica Badu is definitely she's all about embracing her feminine side. She's real. Um, she's a sexual, spiritual type of goddess. You understand what I'm saying? So probably that's why some people have made that kind of comparison a little bit. You know what I mean? But
Well, they have influenced me, so I know they have influenced you. Shit, the same people you said definitely put some left an influence on me. So they're influencing. Their music is definitely influencing.
I'm not sure how I left out Lauren Hill because she was definitely a number one influencer in my life, like number one.
Man,
But then,
yeah.
oh,
Yeah, Lauryn Hill was dope.
she came after Salt and Pepper. Then came Lil Kim and Foxy and
Okay.
Eric. You understand what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
Definitely Lauren Hill first because one of my first shows that I performed at was a Fuji record. So, and I was in a group and we did a Fuji song. You know what I mean? So that
Mhm.
she was one of my number one, inspirations. So
Okay.
So I got a question. I got a question for you. So with that being said, what do you think about the current state of hip hop as it is right now, the MCs right now? What do you think of the caliber of the MCs right now?
I mean, you know, I think the state of hip hop, the way it is right now, is where it's supposed to be. I'm not even gonna drag it, and put it through the mud. This is where it's at where it's supposed to be right now. Now as far as like the caliber, I feel like they can do much better. Like as far as lyricism goes, I feel like everyone needs to step everything up. Everybody needs to step everything up because no one is actually delivering lyrics. Like it's just a bunch of, I don't know, like nothing. Like
It's like they
it
took
just
the wordsmith out and they just put something else in.
it's just like nothing. I don't know. There's no
Creativity.
what, not even the creativity. There's nothing like, what is the word I'm trying to there's nothing you can get out of it, period. Like there's no type of storylines in the hip hop these days. There's no real emotion in the hip hop these days. Um, there's no, like, you don't got no more lost boys. You know what I mean? It's like it's gone. Like all that is gone. Everything is about what that royalty, I think she was saying her name was.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Things about what she said, like diamonds, diamonds. I don't think she mentioned drugs, but diamonds, drugs, and fucking bitches and hoes.
Yeah.
Right.
And niggas and niggas. Fuck niggas or fucking niggas. Fuck bitches or fuck bitches. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Drugs
Yeah.
and jewelry. That's all we hear. So as far as the caliber, it definitely needs to step it up like a lot. You know what I mean? But
especially since we're used to that particular era where you needed that part of the craft. You needed to be lyrical with it. That's what I love about the 90s era of rap was you needed to bring lyricism to the table.
Like there's just nothing. There's nothing you can feel in the music really. I mean, the only thing I can feel is the beat. I love all the beats. I love beats. I feel the beats. I don't feel the lyrics. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Nowadays hip hop is really about like the hooks and not the verses. So the hooks be catchy. The hooks be on point. You know what I mean? But the verses be trash. The verses be like whatever. So shit just changed. Back in the day, the verses and the hooks had to be on point,
right?
Not just the hook,
right?
Wow, that's crazy that a female recognizes that. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. But let me ask you this: so what is it that you have to offer that may be different from other artists? You know what I'm saying? As you say that everybody's boxed in and they all got the same similar, sound and they chasing that. But what's the thing about you that stands out that makes you different from all the other artists?
What I said that they're missing, I create storylines and I deliver emotion. So, and that's like my whole project is a story. It's a story from one track to the next. It's a story. So, yeah, and that's just different. No one's doing it right now. No one's doing that.
That takes a lot of creativity anyway, just doing a story type of album. So yeah, that's creative.
It's a story, and on top of that, kind of like R&B with the hip hop. You know what I mean? So I'm kind of bringing that R&B sound back at the same time too, and I'm also bringing back that it's okay to love a black man. It's okay. It's okay. You can love somebody. It's not a problem. You're not a weak ass bitch for loving your man. Like, you know what I mean? It's okay.
Well, when you speak about that, and I'm glad you brought that up because females, I'm listening to music just like everybody else is listening to music, but I'm not listening from a perspective of where I'm getting consumed by the music. I'm studying. You know what I'm saying? I'm more spiritual. You know what I'm saying? ETC, and I'm a writer and all of that too. So as I watched the transition from Mary J. Blige, loving. She was like the last R&B person, to still kind of like have the little love chant at one time. She was putting out the real loves, and if your man leave you, she's still gonna hold on, not let you down, and all the songs. Even when Casey was smacking her and all this stuff, she's still loving, holding on. My point is, you have the Beyonces coming in, and the Beyonces coming in saying, "To the left, I'll replace you any minute," and you gotta put a ring on it, and all the songs that she was singing were more like, and Rihanna's and all the rest of them were more like, kind of downplaying a man and not really sticking by them anymore. That's what I've noticed from the R&B transition all the way into the Nickies and to the da 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 da. Now it's all the way down to Glorilla. If you ask me, this is the trickle effect I'm seeing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying to you, where do you see yourself fitting in this whole paradigm? Because you see the transition, as you can see, they pulling it away from love and stuff like that. So how do you feel like the people are going to be receptive when the ignorance and the negative and the killing and all that stuff is what they put at the forefront of music?
So I gotta say two things. So first I want to say, when you brought up Mary, Mary wasn't the end, because Keisha Cole came in and she was still on that.
Well, yeah, I ain't mean to leave her out. You're right.
Then she started becoming like the rest of them. Like, then it was like she just changed. Everything with her changed by like maybe her fourth album, her third. She was on that other side. You know what I mean? So she even changed too. But she came in with that whole love and all that stuff like that. But where do I see myself fitting in? I don't fit in. That's the thing. I don't fit in, and I don't want to fit in. So that's it. I don't fit in. And and it's not what I think people will say. It's already what I know people will say. What I know people are saying. A lot of people do not like that I speak like about the things I speak about, like love and wanting a man and wanting one man, not 4, 5, 10 different men. They not really feeling that. All you gotta do is read some of the comments on my TikToks or whatever. I don't delete that shit. You can see it. Like, people like, oh man, fuck these niggas. You know what? Like, people, they don't like it. You know what I mean? They don't like it. So it's just like, I had there was even a guy on there like, come on with this mushy shit. Like, there was even a guy that said that. You know what I'm saying? So people just aren't liking it like that these days, But there are a lot of people who do like it, So it's like a mixed thing. But of course, I'm not even expecting everyone to like what I'm putting out. You know what I mean? That's why I let it sit there, the comments, like, so people can see that shit. Like, hey, there's people who don't like this, and look what they're saying. Like, they really want to know. Fuck, like the girl says, it was a girl on the thing. Like, fuck these niggas. What you talking about, sis? Like, like what? That's what she wrote in my comments. I don't know who she is. She just wrote that. Like, and it's just like that type of stuff they be on. You know what I mean? So It's not everyone's not gonna feel it. And it's okay with me. I don't care. Like, I don't care.
No, you gotta be you. You have to be you. You're not you if you're doing what everybody else is doing.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Definitely.
And
your name, Fari X. How did you come up with this attribute?
I didn't come up with it. My father did. So X is something I came with, though, from Malcolm. Like, Fari, it means like when you're a child, it means like a little bossy person, like a someone that's just like a little bossy person. Yeah. But when you get older, Fari for a man means a leader, and for a woman it means the queen. It's a Wolof name from West Africa, the Gambia to be exact. So that's what Fari means. It means, for me, it would be a queen or the queen, since I'm a woman.
Right.
And then X is unknown. So
dope. So if you don't mind, we're gonna play that "I Want You." Is that a older single prior to?
That came out like 9 months ago.
Okay.
Fairly recent, yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna go ahead and play that and let the people go ahead and absorb that real quick, and we'll get back in the interview with you in 1 second.
All I want is you. 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 I want you. All I want is you. I want you. All I want is you. I need you. All I want is you. Gotta have you. New bed, I wanna bang the bed. New sheets, destroy the sheets. Big puddle, waterfall. Wanna feel that thing feet against my walls. Wanna see my legs around your neck. I wanna rub your head while you give me hit. Nibble on your ear, you bite back. Whisper in your ear, you like that. Ears got done, mess it up. It's been a minute, our bodies touch. I wanna scream your name, you like that. I wanna feel that pain, I like that. I wanna cream all on you, babe. While I ride that thing, drifted in the universe, we gon' float away. Wanna come down off that plane? You got me in a daze. You keep me in a daze. You had me since day one, feeling some type of way. That thing got me hypnotized and I ain't getting off. Some people think I'm digmatized, but I'm a nympho. A nympho, that good, good, baby, give me some more. I want you, I want you, all I want is you. I want you, all I want is you. I need you, all I want is you. Gotta have you.
Yeah. Powerful.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Dope.
Yeah.
That was a dope visual too. Dope visual. I see where you coming from. And all that. Yeah. I see where you coming from and all that. Dope. Where did the guard go? He slipped off. Oh, that's right. I forgot he's doing this thing. Okay, so yeah, I got a couple more questions for you. Go ahead. I say that again. I can hear you.
Okay, I wish you would have played the other version of "Loving You," so you can actually show the people that actual visual.
I don't think we uploaded that specific video. I think we only got the trailer and that one right there. I'm not sure because I didn't download it. But I do got the song. I do got the "I Want You" song. I think the song, but I didn't download the other information. I don't think I downloaded all of it. But I do got a few more questions for you if you want to stick around for a few more questions. And you know what I'm saying, and all of that, if that's cool. Okay, so I did want to ask you, okay, do you feel like as a artist today, because we've noticed that there's been a lot of, even when you in the game, if you get signed and get a record deal or stuff like that today, a lot of these people are getting killed. They're dying. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of deaths around in the industry. If you have this fame and you become this person and etc. and all of that or whatever it may be. So do you feel like your the job that you're doing or the career that you're pursuing is it dangerous?
Not for me.
Not for you.
No, not for me.
Even if you feel like you going against the powers that be, like you know what I'm saying?
Nah. First and foremost, I'm not even signed to a major. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
I'm not with that, and I will never sign with a major again. So I'm not worried about that. And I won't sign with a major independent either. So I'm not worried
Okay.
about
So can
that.
you share some of your experience with you being signed and stuff like that? Because maybe it might be some younger artists who don't know nothing about that stuff, and maybe you might have some advice to break down for them about these contracts and etc. or what they may be, getting themselves into.
Not the same though. So when I was signed, it was in the early 2000s. Things have changed since then. You know,
Okay.
and yeah, it's that's the same. Everything is different. They don't even they're really not signing people. They're giving more so distribution deals. You know what I mean?
Mm.
People aren't getting signed and getting $50,000. That's what I got back then. You know what I'm saying? So you're not getting signed for stuff like that. You're not getting put into like little 360 deal contracts and things of that nature. You know what I mean? So it's just different. Things are different. But I will say this though. Still be careful when you do sign because there still is a 360 very similar out, and around. So you just got to be careful when you do sign and basically really do the research on the people who are in that roster of that label and see what you're getting yourself, linked up with, who you're starting to affiliate yourself with, what kind of energies you're going to be around, because you become a part of that, So that's definitely what I would say. And also, for the young and for the older people who just really don't know no better, when you do sign with a distribution deal or if a record label, if you're older, you're not going to be signed. A woman definitely is not getting signed to a major label. Being older, being like 35 and older, they're just not being signed, unless they look younger, unless they look at least 30 and under, you know. But if you do sign to a major deal, you just need to make sure that you use that money properly, because people get the money and they want to go and buy this, that, and the third, not knowing that they got to pay it back. You know, they got to work back. They got to work hard to pay. So that's just something I want to put out there, because people really forget about that. It doesn't matter if you're signing with a major label, if you're signing a distribution deal, you still have to pay back. It's not your money. It's really not. They're expecting for you to do certain things with
And
that.
definitely read what you sign first too.
These labels are not marketing you no more. They're not promoting you no more like they was in the early 2000s. It's really up to you. They're giving you this money so you can do.
It's a
You're
loan.
supposed to be.
It's a loan.
Yeah, it is. You're supposed to be doing that. You're supposed to have your team together. Like I said, it's distribution. So you're supposed to have your management team put together, the promotion department. You're supposed to have your personal department together. You're supposed to have all that together, so that's getting done. You're gonna have your financial manager. You need to have all that stuff when you actually find they're giving you. It's not one manager. You need several if you're signing a major deal.
That's I mean, especially if you're only getting 50,000 and you have all them people on your team, you got to pay all those people. 50,000 would seem a little bit of money for you to spread amongst everybody like that. I mean, those people aren't working for free.
No, they're not. They're
You
not.
know.
They're not. 50,000. Shoot, that was back in the day. Now they started giving way more than that. You know what I mean? Like what I last knew of, they was giving like 500,000 and more. Deals and stuff like that. So yeah, 50,000. That's nothing.
Right. Right. Exactly.
But back in the day, it was a lot. In the early 2000s, that was a lot.
Right.
But when you was in a group, like with the label I was with, it was just total bullshit. And so wasn't LaFace records, just bullshit. Like these record labels were such bullshit. They give you $50,000, $40,000 to $60,000, and you could be in a group with like 8 people, and you got to split that between 8 people.
That's what I'm saying.
Like that shit was just hard back then. It was hard.
Oh,
It is.
yeah. For real, for real, for real. So where do you draw your most musical inspiration from? Like what makes you spark you to want to do this music? Like why do you even do music?
I told you, my father. My father got me into music.
So it's
Um,
basically your father.
my father got me into it, and I started loving it. I have a father that was music. My father was a DJ. My mother was a dancer. I was around music forever. I mean, I have musical talent. I'm sorry, I have musicians in my family. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Musicians. My uncle was Ricky Wells from New Edition. You know what I mean? So it's just like I have this in my bloodline. These are people. You know what I mean? Like it's just in me to be an entertainer. You know what I mean? It's in me to do
Dope,
things like
dope, dope, dude. E, you got any questions, E?
Yeah, I got a couple questions for you. I had to step out. I apologize for that. Are you? Do you have kids and things like? How do you manage your life around? Do you have kids?
that's nobody's business if I have children or not.
Oh, I'm sorry. Not to invade. I just want to know how you carry about
Not.
your lifestyle around that.
I keep my personal life out away from my business. So
no disrespect, ma.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm telling you, it's
No
no.
disrespect.
Yeah, no problem.
Any other questions, Jet?
No, I'm good, man. Everything that I wanted to hear, man. She pretty much answered.
I'm
Well,
sorry.
Fari X,
No.
you got the floor. I mean, if you want to go ahead and speak your piece and
Yeah.
give your shout outs and say it,
I
whatever
Yeah.
you
will.
got to say, the floor is yours.
Yeah, go ahead.
The guy what's his name? The
That's
guy with the
E. That's E.
Yeah,
he,
it's me. I didn't mean no disrespect by that
I know you
question.
feel like you disrespect me. You didn't disrespect me.
Oh,
No, you
okay.
didn't disrespect me at all. I will say this though, since you asked me the question, I do have children. Okay, since you asked me, and it's pretty clear I do because I said it's nobody damn business.
Now
But
that's not clear. I just thought maybe you didn't want to talk about the children. You know.
no, I don't talk about the personal with my business. But I will say this. Um, I will say this. It's not difficult for me. You know, it's just
Okay.
not difficult for me. It's all about patience and coordination, and just being able to line everything up. You understand
Respect.
what I'm saying?
Respect.
That's what it's
Yeah,
about.
that's what.
People have
Yeah,
no
I
patience.
understand that.
Some people have no patience at all. Some people don't know how to multitask. Some people just and they don't know how to delegate. Delegation is the key to success.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? You have to
Yeah.
know how to put a task on someone else while you're doing this. Instead of trying to do everything yourself.
Right.
Yeah, maybe I could have asked that better because that was for I've heard you've done a lot of things and you experienced, so that's for the up and coming. But that question was more for the up and coming artist because I've already heard what the situation you've been in. So a lot of these young ladies do have the children, and it stops them from pursuing their dream a lot of the time. And see,
Well,
obviously, it didn't stop you.
well, actually, you know what? Actually, when I did have my firstborn, it did stop me, and
Okay, all right.
it actually did. My firstborn slowed me down a lot with everything I was doing because
All right.
everything I was doing wasn't right. You understand what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
when firstborn came onto this earth, it showed me a different light, and it told me, you know what, I need to stop doing this. I need to not do that. You know what I mean? Even though the music I was making when I creating and writing when I had my firstborn was just not the business. You understand what I'm saying? So it was
All
just kind of slowed down, but I didn't stop though. That's the thing. I didn't stop. I just slowed down, and I figured out a different, I guess you said different direction to go in. But it didn't last long, so I still was on my bullshit. But it wasn't until another child that I stopped because the music I was creating at that time was what you hear that Glorilla is saying now, shit that comes out of Cardi B mouth right now, and the stuff that you hear kind of Megan Thee Stallion talking about. That's what I was talking about back in 2010 and 11. I was talking like that. And also, another thing, that new girl, what's her name? And I don't mean to disrespect her either. I just can't remember her name. But a lot of people,
Glorilla.
no, not Glorilla, the other chick. She got a kind of a deep voice too. God dang. I just know her song is popular right now, right? But her, she's not like a Glorilla. She's also like the other side of me. She's more like about robbing people, sticking people up. That's something else I talk about a lot. I spoke about robbing niggas, selling drugs, banging, pimping, and fuck niggas. That's what I spoke about back in 2010. You understand what I'm saying? Um, I didn't talk about, and sometimes I kind of talk about, throwing that ass in the surface. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying? But more so, I was on that other side, and that shit was just not good for the community. It wasn't good for the culture. It just wasn't good. And that child that I had was a girl, and she started saying things I didn't want her to say. You know what I mean? So I stopped making music and completely stopped. That's when I stopped because I couldn't figure out how to make anything else because all I knew was that kind of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I was going through another stage in my life, because I've always been what they would call a woke person. I've always been like this, but I was still on my bullshit. You know what I mean? So I was trying to figure out how can I make music for people to understand me, and understand that there's another way. You know what I mean? How can I do it? How can I wake people up? How can I let people know who they are through my music? How can I let women know that they're queens? How can I let women know they don't need to depend on the system or a man to make money? How can I let women know that they don't need to sell their ass for money? That was the song I put out, my last record. It was called Work. And that's what that song was about. But I didn't like it because it wasn't me, and I put it together, but I just didn't like it. And on SoundCloud, I think it got like 400 something thousand plays,
Nice.
but I didn't like the song. I hated it.
Round of applause for that, baby. Yeah, powerful.
I hated
But
it.
you understand now the fans like it. That shows that the fans like it. So a lot of shit you probably don't like, the fans like.
Yeah, the people did like it, but I didn't, and it was like
Okay.
I had to like what I was putting out. So it took me 9 years to come back out, which was like a year and a half ago. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying?
Okay.
It took me like 9 years because I had to figure out how can I create something to express who I am, for people to know who Fari is. You know what I mean? Fari is Fari is a black woman who likes sex and loves black men and loves to get money. That's who Fari is. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm like, how can I put that in? How can I put all that in a record, in an album? I love money. I love black men only. I love sex. And and I know who the fuck I am. That like let people know who they are. I want people to know that I like looking at the fucking stars and that I like looking at the moon and that I like the sunbathe. I want people to know these things about myself. So it was hard for me to put that out there. You know what I mean? I couldn't figure out how to put it out there and make it sound good. You know what I'm saying? Without it sounding like, oh, she is like anti-white people, because it was like they say something. It was like, and I had a manager at the time. I go to my manager like, man, it sounds like you don't like white people. It sounds like this. I'm like, that's not what I'm saying. Like, I just want people to know that I love black people. Like, I want people to know that I love being black. It's not that I'm not, I hate white people. It was so hard because it was like, because back then it was so touchy. Like, it was like it wasn't okay to really be like pro black. You know what I mean? It was starting to come in the stages at that time. You know what I mean? So it was just like I didn't know. It was just hard. It was so hard for me. It was just very hard. But because I've always looked younger than my age, it was easy for me to come back in whenever I stepped out, come back in, make a song, step out again. It was always easy because I blended in with younger crowds. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, but now I feel like I don't know. Like now I feel like I don't feel like I blend in anymore, and I don't want to blend in. Like I said to I don't know what the other man's name is. The one at the top.
Oh, Jack.
Yeah.
Jack.
You got a different perspective. You got a different perspective on things now.
Yeah, I don't want to blend in with nobody. I want to just continue being Fari. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't care to blend in. I don't care to look like a 23-year-old anymore. You understand what I'm saying?
Right. You just want to do you.
Yeah, I just want to do me and that's it. Like
it's easier being you. It's easy to be you. You see what I'm saying? It's hard to be somebody else.
So
you already know you dope, so just be yourself.
Right, she deserved that shotgun for that, Jet.
Yeah,
Body that with that, bro.
Hey, yo.
Come on, man.
Hey, listen.
She deserved that shotgun for that, man. Come on, man.
The hell out of me for a second,
Body
bro.
and shit over there, man.
Look, she scared the shit out of me for a second, bro. I lit her.
I know, man. Even when she said that to E, you were supposed to throw the crickets on when she said that to E. Like, come on, man. You got to get on your game, man.
I'm sorry.
And
No.
I appreciate her for sharing that information, bro. I really do, because see, that's valuable information to know, bro.
I'll tell you something else. Let me tell you something else. You was asking about like people with children, young girls with children. I'll tell you one thing: if you're young and you have children, boys, a young man or a young woman, whatever way it goes, you have children and you're creating music, you're always gonna come to this point in your life where you're gonna feel like you need to change your music, you know, because you're gonna start looking at your child or whatever, or you might start looking at the nieces and your nephews or whatever, and you might start feeling like, okay, this is not good. You don't want them to sing or rap like this. Always know that your child is going to look up to you, and your child might end up being like you. You understand what I'm saying? So with that being said, like my daughter, the one I spoke about, she likes to make beats. She makes beats. She raps. You know what I mean? This is what she does. Because why? I mean, my children, they all do that actually. They are into music, you know? But that particular one, yeah, like that's what she does. And she's not rapping like Cardi B or any of them. It's because she grew up listening to what I listened to. She listened to Mobb Deep. You know,
that's my daughter right there. Yeah, yeah.
She listens to Nas. You know what I mean? She listens to Eve. She listens to these artists. She knows these songs, and she's 16. You understand what I'm saying? She knows.
How old is you? Gotta you gotta come back on, bring her on next time you stop back through, man. We
can hear some bars from her, man. You know,
right
before she blow up. You heard?
You gotta hear my son too. He's on my YouTube. If you actually go to my YouTube, my son's on there, and my my son also is on the song with me and Havoc, the Antidote, the extended version. So he's on that song too. So
dope, salute.
I'm definitely
powerful.
Check that out. Definitely
powerful.
You got a roster within the family.
Oh yeah, my son, he's spitting. You know what I mean? So
that's what's up.
It's pretty dope. So, but this is just what we do. You know what I mean? Like, and I do it. What's crazy is when I started making music a year or so ago, I wasn't even serious. I really did it to get my son into the studio. I was trying to motivate him because he creates, and he just had no motivation to go into the booth. So I said, fine. I said, you know what? If I go in there, then you do it. Okay, Ma, if you do it, then I'll do it. But you gotta make a song, Ma, because you ain't making no music. I said, all right. I'll go in there and I'll drop something in the booth, but you gotta record something. Goddamn, I went in there and I just couldn't leave. And I just like, I gotta write another song. Like, and I'm just writing music, you know?
You know what the positive thing about that, man? It keeps them off the street too, man.
That's beautiful, man.
You know?
That's the beauty right there, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's beauty when you can do things like that with your children. Y'all both into the craft, and you know,
keep it positive.
That. Oh man, that's beautiful. Man.
I know one thing. My one of those children are definitely are gonna pop. One of those children, because I got them in that circle. I got them where they need to be at. They mingle with race. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they're going to be there. They're gonna be there. You know what I mean? It's just a matter of time. That's all.
No, that's great, man. I mean, it's just like your parents were an inspiration to you. You now become an inspiration to your seeds.
Passing it on. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Passing it on, man. That's the beauty of it.
My children think that I'm like, they think I'm famous. Like, it's so funny. Like, they think I'm famous. They think I'm rich. They think all this stuff. Like, so yeah, like, and I'm like, I don't know.
Well, you're definitely famous. You made it to the Moor Music Moment Cypher show, so you famous now, baby. You know what I'm saying? Let me get a motherfucking horn for that, Jack. Let me hit a horn for that. You know, she done made it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. But it's a beautiful thing, man, that you came and you shared your energy. Like I said, if there's any advice, anything you want to say before you close out, the floor is yours. You know what I'm saying? You're welcome to do so.
Yeah, let me think what else. Advice. If you're gonna look for a manager, do your knowledge on the manager. Figure out who that manager is. You know, see who they work with, see if they're actually capable of being a manager. Don't just sign a piece of paper and say I got a manager, and don't just agree to that shit either. Do your knowledge on managers just like you would do with a company that wants to sign your record label. Um, because managers will jank you just like a label will. So be careful with that. Another thing I want to say uh, for artists is try to write your own music if you can. Try to write your own material because you're going to be the one at the stick when it's all said and done. So do your best to write your own material. Don't even let no one put 3 words in your song because then they become the co-writer. Okay.
Yeah, somebody else you gotta pay.
Yes. So.
Jay, can I get that? What's that Jakey do, Jack? You're supposed to hit my bed. What's my bed? You're supposed to hit my. You're supposed to hit my bed. What she said, that man.
Got him.
Yeah, man. Got him, Jakey promoter.
Oh, Jakey promoters. Yeah. All I'm saying is like you just gotta be careful. Like, you know what I mean? Write your own shit if you can. Read the dictionary if you got time. Read the dictionary, learn to expand your vocabulary because like we said earlier, lyricism is not it. They still should know how to say a big word other than you know what I mean? Other than what's another word you could say besides but? Learn some synonyms. You know what I mean? Learn some synonyms. Learn some antonyms. Learn, words. So you can be good at wordplay. You know what I mean?
Word.
So yeah, I definitely tell people to read the dictionary, read over contracts, read, and learn how to write. You get what I'm saying? And if possible, create your own label and sign yourself. If you can, it doesn't cost a lot. It doesn't cost a lot at all. So sign yourself and go from there. Get funding through your state and through the government to fund your label. And you got it. You get what I'm saying? And it's easy. And start when you're young. Start at 18. Or if you got a supportive parent, start when you're 16.
Oh.
That's dope, yeah. That's good
information.
information.
Round of applause, Jack. Round of applause, man. Round of applause. Definitely, man. Like I said, salute, hats off to you. I'm glad you came on, shared your story with us and your experience, your music and all of that. I definitely want to get you back on here, so we're going to stay in touch, you know what I'm saying, so we can get you and the youngins, your son and ETC, you'll bring your other energy with you, so we can expose some of that, because you on the spell crack frequency. That's what we do over here, man. So I see you do what you do. I like what you do. I definitely want to get some more of that when, back on the show. So I appreciate you coming on. It's been an honor and a privilege. I don't want to take up too much of your time. But thank you once again, guys. Y'all got anything to say?
No, nice to meet you, Fari.
Fari X.
I was gonna say, I'll probably bring on my son, but I won't bring my daughter. I don't expose my children to the internet. My daughter doesn't even be on, social media like that. So she will not be on the internet until she's at least 18.
No, respect.
Well, you at least come back. You at least come back. You at least come back in seconds.
And my son, I can bring my son.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
My son will
appreciate you.
Yes, peace and love. Peace and love. It's been an honor.
It was great. It was great talking to y'all and being on the show. Y'all make sure y'all check me out on Spotify and Apple Music, everywhere. You can stream my music everywhere. Loving You official video will be out next week. For those who don't know, I Want You, it made it on the iTunes UK charts at number 35. It was on their charts for about 8 consecutive weeks.
Nice.
Yeah, that was pretty dope. So I Want You has been doing really good. And again, Loving You is a follow-up behind I Want You. My album's called Energy. It's basically a storyline, a love story actually. So that unfolds. It's a love story that unfolds. So yeah, y'all can go check out my books, y'all can do whatever, but I'm everywhere, X, and I really would
Dope,
appreciate it.
dope. We definitely
And I
gonna get you
appreciate you
back
for
on.
saying my name right too, and you and everyone else for saying my name.
All right now.
Salute, peace and love.
Peace.
Peace.
That was dope. That was beautiful, guys. That was beautiful
Absolutely.
right there.
Absolutely.
We're gonna get into this next joint real quick, and before we go into that commercial break.
Already know we do spell crack music. Get in tune. I am the fucking radio. I don't need you to do this, Bus. Let's go. Mercenary music, son. The beauty of a shoe, wisdom body, she the moon. A feminine mind is divine as the womb. The beauty of a shoe, wisdom body, she the moon. A feminine mind is divine. She ain't no ordinary woman. Stargate, I become through the woman. She ain't no ordinary woman. Stargate, I become through the woman. From the womb into the woman, the matrix, you gotta love them. Mitochondrial DNA is where we get from them, especially the black woman. There's no one above them in the human totem pole. Little daughters, they ought to know the greatness that they come from. The bloodline that flow in their veins. Little mommy, you more than a queen. You like an empress of the universe. Shit is vast, baby. You used to be the bag lady, now you use a purse. Somebody teaching you that you was cursed. Want you to remove and reverse. Today, now you's a beautiful nurse or a clerk in somebody's office. Even bigger corporate world, you turning bosses. Getting tired of suffering losses, exhausted, taking up crosses. You flawless, that's what makes you exalted. You God in the flesh, you galactically gorgeous like a portrait. I'm just trying to capture the moment. The beauty of a shoe, wisdom body, she the moon. A feminine mind is divine as the womb. The beauty of a shoe, wisdom body, she the moon. A feminine mind is divine as the womb. The beauty of a shoe, wisdom body, she the moon. A feminine mind is divine as the womb. The beauty of a shoe, wisdom body, she the moon. A feminine mind is divine. He ain't no ordinary woman. Stargate, how we come through the woman. She ain't no ordinary woman. Stargate, how we come through the woman. Now, you think about the woman, think about her oceanic beauty. It's like a movie. Her wisdom is shine like rubies. Her mind is so feminine. Every touch, every word, a synchronicity of the womb is divine. The beauty of a shoe, wisdom body, she the moon. Her feminine mind is divine as the womb. The beauty of a shoe, wisdom body, she the moon. Her feminine mind is divine as the womb. The beauty of a shoe, wisdom body, she the moon. Her feminine mind is divine as the womb. The beauty of a shoe, wisdom body, she the moon. Her feminine mind is divine. She ain't no ordinary woman. Nah. Stargate, how we come through the woman. Appreciate y'all. She ain't no ordinary woman. She's amazing. Amazon Stargate, how we come through the woman. The beauty of a shoe is the body, she the moon. A feminine mind is divine as the womb. The beauty of a shoe is the body, she the moon. A feminine mind is divine as the womb. The beauty of a shoe is the body, she the moon. A feminine mind is divine as the womb. The beauty of a shoe is the body, she the moon. A feminine mind is divine.
Yeah, back at it. You already know you are bro. More music moment.
Yes, sir.
Cypher show. You know, we're gonna get into that quick commercial. Hit that commercial for real quick.
Yes, sir.
What's that you have there? Cloud9 seasonings.
You ain't never had no chicken till you had it with Cloud9 seasonings. The seasonings with the special blends. Cloud9 seasonings. You ain't never taste food so fine till you had it with Cloud9.
Yeah, I'm about to pick me up some of that this week, man.
Mm-hmm.
Throw it on my shit.
Just love. Yeah,
Get
man.
my shit
Yeah,
more
get
flavored
your
up.
orders in, man.
Yeah,
Get
man.
that inbox, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Y'all know what to do. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But how y'all like the show so far, guys? How y'all
Yeah,
like the
man.
show
Yo,
so
listen.
far?
You know what, man?
Hey, go ahead, Jack. Go ahead.
Nah, I mean, you know, they're very informative. You know, it gives you a different perspective on you know, what other people got going on. You know, royalty, Fari. You know, they both bring a breath of fresh air to what we got going on nowadays.
Yes, sir. I enjoyed it. Lit a firecracker. Lit a firecracker for a second, guys.
Bro.
You know, it ended up well. It ended up well with me and little mama. You feel me?
Yeah.
That's how I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, it was definitely a beautiful demonstration.
Yes,
I hope the audience is
start out the
appreciating
fire.
what we putting out there. If they are appreciating it, y'all can donate to that cash app down there, scrolling across that screen right there, $1 You heard me, and support the channel. You know what I'm saying? We're going to continue to keep bringing y'all more interviews, more artists, more local people, more realness, you know what I'm saying, and more music. Because that's what we about, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I mean? At the beginning and the end of the day, man. So yeah, like I said, man, you know, it's been a beautiful bill. You know, y'all want to get into some more music? We definitely could drop some more tunes.
Let's do a little
And go
more
into
music.
we can go into the flowers for the day. You know what I'm saying? We could drop the flowers for the day if y'all want to go there, or y'all want to just play some more music real quick before we jump into that. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, what do you say, Jay?
Yo, listen.
We definitely can. If you ready for flowers of the day, it's up to you.
Well, yeah, because we was gonna have another guest on, but they're not here, so we can just keep the project, you know, the format moving. The way we moving. Now y'all know how we do this. We usually give a certain artist on the show the flowers for the day. You know what I'm saying? And being that today we was dealing with female artists, today's flowers of the day goes to Jack. Can I get that round of applause? Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj, y'all. Nicki Minaj. I give it to Nicki because Nicki was one of those people, like we was talking about earlier, that kind of like changed things.
Right. She set the
You know
she set the current the bar for her time. You know.
For right now, yeah,
Right.
where it's at right now.
Right.
Nicki's the person who basically did that. You know what I'm saying? Rather we want to accept it as positive, negative, whatever we saying. She's the person that, you know what I'm saying,
Right.
more than likely responsible for the major influence. And she dope as a rapper, you know what I'm saying, ETC too, but, you know, she wasn't doing all the antics and shit, she'd be even iller, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever it is. Just imagine her spitting Rambler and doing all of that. And, you know what I mean, on the regular shit, she'd probably be, you know, with a lot of people, like,
I heard her spit regular, though. I mean, remember before she was Nicki Minaj, she was already rapping. Remember she was going at it with who was that she was going at it with from the Terror Squad?
Who?
The girl from the Terror Squad.
Oh, that
Remy,
was
Remy.
Yeah, you don't remember that shit? She was like trying to get at her, saying like wild stuff to her over the radio, and she had mentioned her about this crazy chick, and she was rapping underground. She could, like, I really think that Nicki could rap out of all of the girls rapping. I think Nicki got like the best flow, bro. To me, like by far, I don't. You like Meg Thee Stallion and things like that's what they use it to replace Nicki, in my opinion, bro.
Yeah, I mean, you know, listen, it's the same when they replaced
well, it's southerly. It's like to get the southerly people on that frequency. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's like you gotta understand it's different geographics.
Mm-hmm.
They want to keep that perpetuating that style of things. So even with the Spanish people, that's like Cardi B.
Cardi B, that's what I'm saying. Cardi B.
You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. It's just the Spanish that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They got to put that in every. You know what I'm saying? They want that image. They want your young daughters to grow up with that influence. They want to hear that stuff. Whatever that music is doing, the younger people are being affected by that. You know what I'm saying? ETC. Not saying it's a bad thing. Not saying that everything is bad about what they do in ETC. I'm just saying we know that that's a major influence. You know what I'm saying on younger people today.
Yeah, just
you know
like the female artists, the female artists of our time. You know.
Right. You know, MC Lights and ETCs and all of that. Yeah, they was the ones that I, put at the forefront ETC. But today it would be, for me, I look like Nicki Minaj because she's right in at that gap too, like right transitioning from when the old, when the golden era ended into the new. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
She's right there. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So it's like. Yeah, you still understand. She still understand us, the golden era.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She's not so new that she don't understand where we coming from.
But
you know what I'm saying? Like, and what it takes.
Nicki spit bars to me, in my opinion. She has all those things. Like they could go with her with the sexy way, but Nicki can really spit, in my opinion. You know what I mean?
And not saying that the shit she doing ain't spitty, because that shit witty and barred up and all of that, that whole flow that they do and all of that over there, the Young Money shit, you know how they was doing them type of bars and shit like that, the metaphors and shit that they was on, that shit is dope. But, you know what I'm saying, I'm just saying, she was just to be on some Remy Ma shit with it, you know what I mean?
To be honest with you, I think
she'd have been 30 times better.
I think the female artists now are spitting better than a lot of these dudes out here. The majority of these female artists is spitting a lot better than these dudes out here.
Okay. Hold that thought. We're going to get into the song, Nicki Minaj, real quick for the flowers for the day. We're going to come right back on that topic.
Yeah. Slowly. Yeah. Take on my car, give me your car, get at the guard, I'm picking your broad. I like my bitches like Nicki Minaj. Yeah. Stick as you are, she lit the cigar, lips like Moor, hourglass for like a jaw, like I'm like Nicki Minaj. Come to the crib, come see how I live, pool in the yard, two-car garage, I like my bitches like Nicki Minaj. You free from your job, you working hard, need a massage, eat it like carbs. I like my bitches like Nicki Minaj, pretty ass face, 45 waist, pussy so juice, I wanna taste, monster panties slide down her waist, I want that bitch to ride on my face, pussy so good that I catch a case, change my life, start preaching like Mace, pay for that weed, you need you a lace, even give her that key to that safe, fuck the flowers, we on the date, we smoking powers and we hit at 8, take a shower, we getting straight, the powers then she getting scraped, feed her some dicks and feed her some grapes, music got played, we singing case, she like the trouble and I like the bass, she like the trouble and I like it safe, she got a bubble and I cannot wait to get in her pussy cause I'ma go in, half again and she yell away, she want the smoke but she wanna air, half tickety, you know that I'm strictly looking for something with coconut titties, look at my riches, you know that I'm picky, they ass gotta be bulging like Nicki's, yeah. Here go my card, give me your card, get at the card, I'm dicking your broad, I like my bitches like Nicki Minaj, yeah. Thick as you are, lit the cigar, lips like Moor, hourglass fit like a jaw, like I'm like Nicki Minaj. Come to the crib, come see how we live, a pool in the yard, two-car garage, I like my bitches like Nicki Minaj. Yeah. You free from your job, you working hard, need a massage, I eat you like carbs, I like my bitches like Nicki Minaj. Yeah. I like my bitches like Nicki Minaj. Yeah. Yeah. I like my bitches like Nicki Minaj.
Bro. Tight.
Yeah.
Flowers of the day, huh?
Yeah. I'm hoping Mal just get on. She just texted. I just hit her, told her to hopefully, link on to the joint. So hopefully she can jump on or whatever. So we're going to try to keep this running on, you know what I'm saying, till 9 or whatever. So hopefully she get on or whatever before that time.
But like I was saying, man, a lot of the females, nowadays, man, they spitting more tighter than the dudes, man. I haven't heard a female mumble rapper do any of that bullshit that a lot of these dudes are doing out here. You know what I mean?
They're able to sell a different image. You see what I'm saying? It's more competitive too in the male with the males. You know, it's only about 4 or 5 of these ladies that's getting airplay. Not saying that's right or whatever, but it's like like Lil said, they make room for a certain amount, and it seems like they replace each other. You know what I'm saying? They'll Nikki might go down, but in 2 years, Nikki might pop back up to the top. And then you got Cardi B, but then you got Megan Thee Stallion now. It's like a competition to me on the radio. I don't hear nobody but them.
Right.
So it's hard for me to even judge to give like a fair judgment, on
Well, we know
today's rap.
today the game is ball, etc. It's a whole nother frequency with that. That stuff is just not like that's the shit we want on the radio. No, that's not what's happening. You know what I'm saying? We're not saying like we're not sitting at home waking up like, oh, I need to hope they play that Megan shit today. Like, no, nobody. We're not waking up doing that. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
That
bro.
shit is being forced on us, but like, you know what I'm saying? Everywhere you go, everywhere you turn, you gotta hear that shit. Da,
Yeah,
da, da, da. You know what I'm saying? It's in your face every day. So if they was to put
yeah,
somebody like Fari X, or they was to put somebody like
yeah.
Zoe the Don, who we had, or Mallory Knox, who was supposed to be on the
Mm-hmm.
show, etc. They have to push these type of images. You know what I'm saying? It'll be just as impactful. I
Yeah,
think. Just you know what I'm saying? Could be just hit as hard as a Little Kim or Remy or Mallory Knox. You know what I'm saying? When you
yeah,
got machines behind you that's actually doing all that extra work that makes it look that. You know what I'm saying? Like this artist is that superstar. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because they human. They human people.
yeah.
Everybody's regular
Remember,
people
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the day.
yeah, we said that.
You know what I'm saying?
Regular people till you make them a star. People
Right.
make you a star. You see what I'm saying? Certain people make you a star. If they stick me on TV every day, I will be a star, bro. That has nothing to do with the mentality of
Well, spiritually, you are starved because everybody's a son. You know what I'm saying? We're just particles of the sun. You know what I'm saying? When the sun blew up and created this galaxy, we're what you would call stardust. You know what I'm saying? We would be considered stardust. You know what I'm saying? So you are a star, literally. It's just that you become a
mm,
supernova like Michael Jackson, and where, because life is about energy. So if you get millions of people paying attention to you, all of that energy is going your way. They're paying attention. Now the key word is paying. You know what I'm saying? So now you're giving up value.
okay.
Somewhere down the line is an energy exchange where value is being exchanged because they're paying attention. And this is what makes people superstars. So when Whitney Houston died, sadly, etc., when Clive Davis had the body they claimed, in the hotel, etc., all that energy when she breathed her last little breath, they said that the door was, this is what they say, I wasn't there, etc., but they say he was in
Yeah,
there to close the door off, etc., nobody could get in. So you can imagine this Canaanite devil motherfucker breathing in all her gases and
Oh
shit. You
my
know what I'm saying?
God.
Trying to get her last
Hey, bro.
superstar
yeah,
energy. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like, you know what I'm saying? ETC, because the
yeah,
Muslims believe that when they do that, they get the body. You know what I'm saying? As far as the Muslim, they wrap it up. The family stay with the body weeks or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's different in different cultures for what they do with people's bodies. You understand what I'm saying? Because they believe in different spiritual things. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
yeah,
ETC. So even with him being Illuminati, the industry being Illuminati, they know about energy harnessing and ETC. They know this shit. You know what I'm saying? And they
okay.
energy vampires. So you already know they doing that shit on the regular. Not to be, just putting out no bullshit, but I'm just saying, it's that real. You know what I'm saying? So you can have a superstar person when you got all this energy and people like you and all this people energy going towards you. Like, nigga, it be niggas in the hood that be hood stars.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Well, you that nigga, you like, when you was in school and you was the popular nigga for the basketball,
Yep.
Yeah,
that was all that energy, you know what I'm saying? People like, and it kind of it's building you up, you know what I'm saying? It's making you rich, you know what I'm saying? In energy form.
yeah,
But now you super confident. When people get stars, they say stars be getting big headed, da da da. Whatever. That is just that. You got all that energy
yeah,
now.
yeah, yeah. They're
People
supporting
think Jay Z
everybody.
changing and
Yeah,
shit like that. He not changing. Look how big he is.
yeah.
Yeah.
Look how people view him. See how people view him now.
Right.
With
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like,
with his own arrogance and shit like that, make it impossible. I tell people that they was chosen, bro. I feel bad. Like certain, they was chosen and they can't change their life, bro. Jay Z couldn't tell the truth, right, and keep that money he got from him.
Mm-hmm.
it is what it is, man. You know what I'm what I'm saying? But these female artists, like in the game today, Nicki Minaj is the one who got the most money. She made the most money in the game. You know what I'm saying? Nobody made more bread than Nicki Minaj. That's why I gave her them flowers too, because really, like, nobody made more bread than her. You know what I'm saying? As it stands up, you know what I'm saying? Today type shit. Nicki shit got like 130 or some shit. Everybody else, Cardi like 80, you know what I'm saying? Queen Latifah 70, you know what I'm saying? Missy Elliott 50, you know what I mean? Motherfuckers under that, you know what I mean? And they ain't fucking with that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And that's just, you know, that's just a little net worth shit, you know, because that shit don't be accurate.
Yeah, with
the
side deals they got going
people
on.
A perspective.
Right.
Yeah, that's just to give you a perspective, though. You know what I'm saying? Of what motherfuckers, you know, where they at. You know what I'm saying with this shit. So yeah, Nicki Minaj is hard body, man. You know, as far as you know, with the sales and the money and the lyrics and the style and the look and you know what I'm saying. It's like a total packagey thing. You know what I'm saying? And then the influence. As far as influence, too, the power of influence is a motherfucker. Because you could be corny, but if you influential. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some niggas don't got lyrics like that, but they be mad influential. DMX was an influential rapper.
Right.
Wasn't about his, like, he wasn't saying the most dopest, illest shit.
No, but he had a following. He
was saying the realest shit, and he was influential.
I was about to say that he was so real that his songs, that was a nigga's like for real. That was a nigga's situation.
Nigga, we was living that shit. We live that shit, so we like, oh shit, that nigga talking that shit, we living.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
X definitely like a special one to me. The shit that I was getting into and how he got me, like niggas don't.
The closest in the game to that right now of realness, like Glorilla, like I'm just saying, like she real to her degree. You know what I'm saying? She ain't real like. You know what I'm saying? Coming from where she probably come from and all of that, whatever it is. She probably, like I said, they transform these people, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't hear her earlier raps.
Well, I don't like to, like again, you know, I don't like to say any music because, like you said, remember earlier, you was like, man, our parents was like, you know, what's this rap shit? What's going on?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Right. You know what I mean?
But what I will say is that I couldn't give you honest. I refuse to listen to that drill shit. So I couldn't even tell you like the new artists that's out, and I couldn't tell you who's dope. So in fairness, that's why I say I don't really speak on that type of music because
you don't follow it.
Like, I mean,
right. We don't subscribe to that.
Yeah, and it's not that low. It's that it really happens. See, I'm saying shit for real. Like you know, we hear a song, and the next week, 8 of them niggas is dead on the other side. Like for real.
Yeah.
Now, we used to, you know, making the music and you know, we used to talk about how we arrived by and play the vodka, but we you know, not always, to be honest, you know, and I'm saying we as our age, you see what I'm saying? But now, it's like if they say it in this drill shit, they gotta do it. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like if they say it and they don't do it, you know, these kids keep score for Christ's sake. Like this is different. It is different. And when it become unhealthy, at that time we was listening to hip hop, bro. It wasn't unhealthy for us. Like you said, when it first started, it was messages in it, things like that.
Well, this is what the young girls are singing though. You gotta think the reality is our daughters and shit is listening to these songs. Yeah. The same song we talking about. You know, that shit we talking about.
God knows.
It starts at home. It really starts at home where you have to control what they listen to.
Right.
Yeah.
No, listen.
That's where it really starts at.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You have to control what your children listen to.
Fari X said her kids grew up listening to, you know, the Mob Deeps and all that. So maybe that's
why
they do, you know, that's
think the way they think. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
And I want to say it was probably at a certain age that she was maybe allowing her kids to listen to that. You know what I'm saying? You're not letting 8, 9-year-old listening to all that stuff. You know what I mean? You know, I know for sure. I know from my perspective, I know that when it came down to my daughters listening to music, I'd be over there in a room, and then I'm listening to what they're listening to, and I'm just like, hey, what are you guys listening to? You know what I'm saying? But then when they became of age, I was just like, you know what? they're 18. She's 18. You know, there's really not much I can tell her what she's gonna be listening to. You know what I'm
Even though
saying?
you know it spells in the music.
Yeah. I mean, you
Well,
know, listen. At the end of the day, when they become adults, when they're young adults, I mean, you can't tell them, hey, you can't listen to that. You know, it's up
yeah,
to
and I'm not
them.
gonna argue.
I ain't say tell them. I just said even though you know. I just want to know even
Oh
though
yeah,
you know
yeah,
what the music is doing.
yeah, yeah,
You know,
absolutely. But
you
as a
have to at least
parent,
educate them.
as a parent, you got to be able to put them on that road and be like, you know what, you can do this, and you can conduct yourself in that manner, or you can go down this path, and this is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, as a parent, you got to be able to have some type of influence on the kids. You know what I'm saying?
I could see how a Christian-minded 60s, 70s woman, you know what I'm saying, man, you know what I'm saying, man, or whatever, is looking at this thing right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to think about, you know, the people that grew up in gospel, or, you know, this music to them was the devil music.
The devil music.
No, let's be realistic. This music to our parents and certain people was the devil music.
Mm-hmm. Just like drill
That's what
music.
they called it, y'all.
Drill music.
Now look where it's at.
Is the devil music.
That's what I'm saying, E. That's my point. That's my point, because when it first started, we talked about the Park Jam stuff and all of that on the other episode, but when we started this Pure Steam, Pure Form, we wasn't doing this damn drill shit, man.
Yeah.
That shit wasn't based on this shit that we talking about now, all about a bag and this, that, and the other. That shit was not about that shit that we took, that, you know what I'm saying, like the hoes and all that. That stuff was not in that shit back then. Now, we had songs like that, don't get it wrong. We had songs like that, because L had a song, the Bristol Hotels, and it was songs that were talking about, like, you know, fast girls and stuff like that.
But not about, not about, this is what I'm saying, and this is, like I said, this is no disrespect to the young kids, because, you know, these same kids making this music, they would be out there in the streets really doing this shit if they didn't have this opportunity. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to knock it, because it is an opportunity to take some of these kids out of these situations. You see what I'm saying? But all I'm saying is that all of us know, like you said, the spells and music. Now they don't combine the tones with the word spells now, because they can't kill like dead ass. This is not a. I bet you we can find a hook and all they say is killing it over and over. So it's hard to me for I don't know, man. It's just hard for me to understand why they would promote music like this, bro. I mean, we watch this every day, every single day.
Because it's what sells now. It's what sells now.
As far as a female artist, now we know it has to be some talent out there coming up after that Lauryn Hill stuff. You know what I'm saying? And it has been. And there has been some that came to the game, the Rhapsodies and the ETCs or whatever. But as we notice, as even if they lyrical, whatever they got, they don't make it but so far. Right? They get shelved, or they get pushed back, or they're not on the video, not on the song, not on every day. The shit can be fired. Or it's Sarah, it's a couple of them that come through, boom, 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 conscious rappers, whatever it is, but they're not, you know, that's not what sells, like you said, for the industry. That's not what they want to push as an agenda to sell, because anything could sell. Remember, Lauryn Hill sold.
Right. Well, that's what I was about to say.
Lauryn Hill sold, man.
Lauryn Hill was one of the dopest, though, like ever. Well, we kind of look at her as a singer, probably, because her singing shit was so dope. But rapping, she was not bad. Remember when she first started out with Fuji, she was rapping. Her singing career took off, and people don't remember that she could really spit, bro. You know, Lauryn Hill.
I mean, like when you think about like conscious, spell cracky type female rapper, that's like Rock Digger. You know, come after that.
Yeah.
But didn't have so much lighters. Didn't have so much lighters. That's Busta Rhymes camp. You know, God and all that. So, you know, he was trying to push that as much as he could.
Rock Digger was a monster, bro.
Oh, hell
Right,
yeah.
right, right. I'm
Hell
saying, look
yeah.
at the camp she down with though. She down with the Flip Mode Squad and all of
Yeah,
that.
there's
So
not a lot of
this
females
is
that can
gods and
fuck
all
with
of
her,
that. She
yo.
down with God body.
There's not a lot
You
of
know what I'm
dudes that can
saying?
fuck with her.
Yeah, I forgot about her. I ain't forget about her, but I'm just saying I'm glad you brought her name up because she was like to Jake's point, like yeah, dudes. I guarantee you, dudes refuse battles with her, bro. That's not a chance you
I
take.
mean, now there are some underground females out there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I wish Mal was on the show.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To give people a display of what we're talking about because there's some people who are talented, lyrical, you know,
We
to be in the game, basically.
You know, she gonna come through and bless us. I hope the audience is here to see that because to me that's something else, bro. You know, we don't went places in. No, we don't went places with her. And stars was made.
No, that's
They
one of my
was.
favorite female MCs,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Put her at the top, you know what I'm saying? With whoever, you know what I'm saying?
Like I said, not saying no names.
Artist.
We went to somewhere where it's gotta be people around the world favorite group, and they was in awe of her, bro. I've never seen nothing like it was like, bro, like y'all they the stars, and when she got on the mic, yo, bro, that shit was crazy to me. And then that's
Yeah,
why I
man.
understand that everybody was, you know, them people in here, they respect music, and they instantly.
That's why I say everybody a star though, cause her light shine bright, Lord. When she got on that mic, her shit was blinging. Niggas couldn't help but be like, "Oh my God!" It was in awe of that shit.
You know, yeah, you know what I mean. I mean, personality and everything. Like shout out to Mal, man. You know, she just good people. You feel me? So it's just crazy.
Definitely, shout out to the goddess, man. Mallory Knox and all that. Dana White from Bridgeport, Connecticut too. That's another one.
Another beast, bro.
Another one, man. That like.
So we got to do what
one of my favorites, bro.
I don't think people understand what we're saying, and we're not just saying this neither.
Yeah, I'm not gassing either, cause it's my. I'm not even gassing either. Yeah, nah.
She blacks out, bro, and she do music. She got songs, bro. I heard them. So we definitely gotta link. She does music, bro. She an artist.
Yeah, Dana White and Donna Black, even Donna Black, you know, even Donna Black, man.
QB.
Even Donna Black, QB Black Diamond, QB Black Diamond, you know.
Yeah.
I mean,
that was in the circuit, yeah.
This is just in my city. I'm naming a few, but there's so many artists, you know, that's out there. Ma Barker, and it's just, I mean, it's 1,000. I can go down the line of, you know what I'm saying, MCs, Gene Grays, and you know what I'm saying. It's 1,000 of them. You know what I mean? That's out there. That's ill, but they're not going to get on that forefront unless they pushing. You know what I'm saying? They come in a certain way. You know what I'm saying? You got to market a certain way, and right now it seems like I said, Glorilla's at the top. And that's like the style, and that's like the, you know, the angle.
But you heard, yeah, exactly what you said. It's the market. It's the market.
Well, if she the top, right? Any of them chicks you name?
Salute to her though, man. I ain't knocking her. Salute to her.
Not knocking her at all because I know where she come from. I want everybody to make it, but when we are here talking about, you know, bars and rap, them girls you name. It wouldn't even be close, no. So that's what I'm saying. I wonder what.
Well, they have no idea that words carry spirit. So most people are just, you know, they just up there doing what they do. You know what I'm saying? Not even knowing the impact and the power. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the bag changed everything, huh?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, boy.
The bag changed everything.
Definitely, man. So you know, we have to be careful what we, you know, mentally, and that's what we listen to. You know what I'm saying? That shit has an influence on us throughout the years. As you can see, I'm gonna show y'all a pattern from female music, right? So let's just say this is my music demo. I like to use this in music. This I'm gonna show you how words carry spirits, right? So the word bad through etymology, right? It's like it means like confused or mixed state. Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't really know. You know what I'm saying? You're in a confused mixed state, right? So it's like a hermaphrodite or a hermaphrodite. You feel what I'm saying? Type of person. You know what I'm saying? And so the word bad goes back to that. That's the origin of the word bad, etymologically. So now when you think about it being in music and how much it was perpetuated to be like the bad image, James Brown was one of the first people to use this image. Like, you know, slang this, I'm bad. Bad. You know, kept screaming bad, 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 bad. right? And so when you think about him, he was wearing the high heel clog shoes, right? I'm just giving you all these analogies. He had permed out hair, you know what I'm saying, with the tight little beady, you know what I'm saying, little silky, looking like scratchy pants on, aerobic shit on, and all that, right? Kind of feminine. I don't know. I'm not wearing that shit. You know what I'm saying? ETC, but whatever. But long story short, boom, bad. Confused state. Remember, I just told y'all confused. Now I gotta put this out there, Lord. Bad.
Right.
Bad. So imagery means a motherfucker. So like I said, influence. So later on we get into even Prince, Michael Jackson, blah blah blah. Michael Jackson comes with the bad, glittery, greasy hair. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, even way more feminine than what James Brown masculine face was looking. You know what I'm saying? You got the, you know what I'm saying, Michael Jackson, you know, look with the shit and all of that, whatever it is, and it gets even worse because if you think about it, you get the bad boy do rap, you know what I'm saying, and then you get like Rihanna with the bad bitch and Beyonce with this bad bitch and Nicki Minaj with this bad bitch stuff. You know what I'm saying? And the frequency of the chant of the word bad got all the way down until where you get like Young M.A.'s and Young Thugs in the music.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like to be like perpetuated in the game now at the forefront all the way through this chant of bad throughout the years. You know, because we don't understand that words carry spirits though. We don't get it. You know what I'm saying? We want to take on this bad image and be bad, and bad is what's up and all this shit. Even LL Cool J, that's another person I left out. Oh, I'm bad. You know what I'm saying? You gotta peep how they, because remember the industry gives them certain words to say.
Yeah, but it was. I thought it was a
In they
thing of
song.
not like they used to say, not bad meaning bad, but bad meaning good.
Yeah, they say that. You could say that, but we talking about what it mean etymologically. I'm not. I understand people want to make words mean what they mean. All that's good. We could do that all day.
Mm-hmm.
But when you talk about the origin of a thing, who made it up, and what was the purpose of them making it up?
Right.
That's why they're making them say.
You can't change that.
Right.
That's why they
You know what I'm saying? And that's why English language, people don't understand third grade grammar because English language is an amalgamation of different spells coming from different languages. You know what I'm saying? You got the Greek, you got the Phoenician. This is ancient Greek, ancient Phoenician. Well, not ancient Greek, Greek. You got the ancient Phoenicians. You know what I'm saying? You mixing that with the Latin, all the way into the English. You know what I'm saying? You mixing all this stuff up, man. And this is why we don't really get the effect that the sound gonna have. So when we say a song and do certain things, and they have these certain purposes of why they grafted these words and made these words mean what it mean. Because remember, it was created by Webster Dictionary and Merriam and these people. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
To say that this is how y'all gonna speak. You know what I'm saying? This gonna be etched in stone. You know what I'm saying? The force of the palm people and stuff like that. So what I'm saying is people don't understand how much that words carry spirits, and sometimes in the music, the influence through like the songs. If you look at the women today, you want to have a bad bitch. That's the thing. It's all the way down to bad bitches. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? From when James Brown started off to bad, and back then James Brown was going against the norm because it's like, yo, you wildin'. You shouldn't be saying that. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. You doing that? That's like controversial in the black community and to the church people and the, you know what I'm saying, and the people that, you know what I'm saying, or whatever it is. But we felt the soul in the shit because a lot of that shit was uplifting and fuck that, rebellious. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is. But they said this shit is the devil's shit. You know what I'm saying? Devil music.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? They
Yeah.
always said that this was devil music. So when you jumping into this shit and you not knowing English language, you doing all of this shit and all, come on, you know what I'm saying? You see the effect, you know what I mean? Of one could have in the game and then don't know what they really doing. You know what I'm saying? It's because if they don't study and they don't know nothing, they're just out there doing what they do, blah, 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 and then later on they like, oh shit, you know, whoever. Most of these artists, because I know most of them wake up later because they don't have time to study and do all of that. You know what I'm saying? Like Jim Jones was building with Brother for Life. Put him on to some nugget. Jim Jones changed his whole life since then.
Mm-hmm. E, what you were saying, E?
You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm saying I agree with that, man. That shit Shit is wild, bro. Well, shit,
Right.
man. What we gonna do? What we gonna get into some music?
Yeah, my plan. I'm gonna go on to that Dreams joint, man. The one that's 240 on the joint. Going to, I mean, the one that's 240. Trap that joint. Going to that Dreams. Keep it moving.
Crack music, ENT, you know what the fuck we do. I am the fucking radio. Let's go, Lord. Yeah. Hey, yo. Shout out to all the new R&B female artists, all the new rap females, chicks that's in the game. Y'all made it. I got dreams too. I need a gorgeous chick that's more than thick, like Georgia Smith, to explore the dick. Walk different in them Armani tennis, cause they make sketches. It's big dick pressure up at Ari Lennox. I got enough chips, enough dick for every diva. If I ever meet her, I'll be eating 7th Streeter. It's a hell of a day if I fuck LMA. Bag her and have her in every way. Make Kalani my little mommy, and she could get it. Go rob and scissor, I'm trying to get her pregnant. Ain't Marie, how damn she keep. Had me down on one knee, like mom, will you marry me? These hoes regular, I need mine like Snow Allegra. I'ma need you around, cause there's no one better. White chocolate, talk shit like I'm darker. Summertime, walks in the park with Summer Walker. Dreams of fucking these new R&B chicks. A lot of these new rap bitches I will dick. They go dreams of fucking the R&B chicks. A lot of these new rap bitches I will dick. Hey yo, dreams of fucking these new R&B chicks. A lot of these new rap bitches I will dick. Hey yo, dreams of fucking a new R&B bitch. A lot of new rap bitches I will dick. Hey yo, been around the world, had plenty coochie, won't eat sushi, but I eat some Rennie Rucci. Have a lot of fun with Lakia, she 21. The ass looks sweeter than some honey buns. Trife life, won't die twice. My advice, if I had a chance to wipe Ice Spice, it's so chilly. I spend like 4 million to go silly up in the guts of Flo Millie. I make Des Dior messy up in the drawers. I ain't fucking gorilla unless ecstasy involved. So y'all don't know these people, lady know the flow is etho. I'm out in Houston, I'm snatching up Mona Leo. Blowing diesel with Sally Sosa. Gently grab her and choke her while daddy stroke her. Then Cali over the sofa. After it's over, I'm after Brooke. Come here, Lola. Dreams of fucking new R&B chicks. A lot of these new rap bitches I will dick. And yo, dreams of fucking these new R&B chicks. A lot of these new rap bitches I will dick. And yo, dreams of fucking these new R&B chicks. A lot of these new rap bitches I will dick. And yo, dreams of fucking the R&B chick. A lot of these new rap bitches I will dick. And yo.
Yeah, man. We coming heavy, man, you know.
Mm-hmm.
We could continue to keep the music rolling and all that, you know what I'm saying? And let the people fill us out, because we about to close out. We got about 10 minutes.
What we doing?
We got about 10 minutes. I guess you can go into that Be Strong. You know what I'm saying? The last joint on there. We got 10 minutes.
Good?
Yeah.
No, we won't go ahead.
Let's go, Lord. When they stressed out, I tell them. Be strong, ma. This goes out to all the women struggling through the system, shuffling how they living. People see a bird, but I see the phoenix is risen with hellfire flames all in the wings. I call her the queen, the god, is she Elohim? Looking gorgeous, her soul is a fortress in every lord. Need a Lord is to raise up daughters in this fourth quarter while the earth still spinning, the earth that's living. Brains been altered to think otherwise, cause other guys did them so foul. She all alone trying to raise up a child with no help. She doing it by her own self. Child support to get them, thinking she independent, but she don't know self. Their families breed civilizations. Look at your situation and say, damn self, do I really need the man's help to show discipline? Wonder about the kids, they ain't listening, cause they steady hitting them. A victim of oppression, so she stressed stressing the next one that she about to deliver by some no good nigga. Cause he ain't with you. You see the picture that's being painted. I'm trying to show you one of the greatest things that nature created. As far as being deflated, this far you made it. And may you see many more. Cause you ain't no hoe with any whore. You got the heart of a queen, you Elohim. Your energy pure went from shit to being broke to having nothing to live for. Still ain't shit yet. The fuck did I have kids for? Is what my baby mom say. When they get pissed off, dad be dad, pack your bags, nigga, and get lost. Cause all I did was get high. Dream of being big boss with rich thoughts. Not realizing how much more kids cost. So y'all reacted and did everything backwards like crisscross. Fiending for that sick gloss, that shine more than lip gloss. See in Bridgeport, I seen a lot of my friends ripped off. They're being backstabbed with pitchforks and found clipped off. Saw old trellers raised in the streets as coke sellers and dope peddlers with ghetto Olympic gold medalists with OGs. Never told young cold D's ahead of us the road that we pursue for the goal will end up dead in us. Instead, they stay telling us why you missing themselves. Just get money. Shit ain't funny when you sitting in jail for real. You know, lessons of life that we write. Live your life, live your life. Galactic one. Spell crack music. Only doing my divine daddy duties, you heard? No travel in harmony.
Yeah, that was deep right there, bro.
Yeah. Salute. You already know we do stuff right
That
there,
was deep, man. I mean, what was going through your mind, man, when you wrote that right there, bro?
Oh, that verse is old, man. That verse is years old, man.
Yeah, but you know, verses stay
I
with
did that.
you know.
Yeah, I did that in Waterbury. I think when the first time I laid that verse, I laid that in Waterbury. But I think that's when I created that verse that I was in Waterbury at the time with my man Cobbs. Shout out to Cobbs and all of that. I think that was the first time I had laid that joint. His man had sung on it. My man Cashmere and shit. He had actually sung on the joint. The shit was fire as fuck. You know what I'm saying? The
Yeah.
the original joint or whatever we did. But yeah, shout out to them and all that. But I was in that, in my get a woman the royal bag of Tupac shit, put the woman on the pedestal, woman the black woman is goddess type shit. You know what I'm saying? I was in that bag, so I just felt like they needed them joints was needed at the time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Nobody ain't doing them. You know what I'm saying? Those super dope joints like that where it's like, yeah, man, you
Yo,
royal.
I can't believe I didn't
Go ahead.
remember that for the playlist, bro. I'm so
What's that?
disappointed in myself.
What's that,
I,
kid?
I can't believe I didn't load that for the playlist, bro.
Which one?
That's
Oh, the song.
ridiculous.
Oh, the actual
Yeah.
song. Yeah.
We're gonna get back to him. We'll get that to him, though. We'll get that to him.
Yeah. That ain't no problem, man. Like I said, we just want to keep it on that feminine vibe, but I just want to
Yeah,
have
that
that
would have
core
been
TV.
perfect. I'm just saying that song right there is dope. That shit would have been perfect for the ladies. You know what I'm saying? To hear that.
Definitely.
Hey, Jack, that song dope, Jack. I'm gonna send you that.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
But I wanted to say for anybody who's watching and all of that, if y'all want to become a guest on the show, you know what I'm saying, and you got some music you want to share or you want to come on here and build, on the topic that we building on, you know what I'm saying, or just, be a guest, y'all can hit that core TV, man, and all of that, the information right there scrolling across the screen, that email, hit that Facebook, you know what I'm saying, and get at us or whatever, let us know what you want to do, and we'll line you up for the next up and coming episode and stuff like that. Because we're going to continue to bang you on Saturdays from 7 to 9, man, as much as we can. You know what I'm saying? We want to thank everybody for coming out, supporting us, and all that. Y'all got any other songs y'all want to play or rock out to?
Well, I want to rock out to something, but we gonna have to leave it on for next week because it ain't up on the roster. So, you know what song?
Yeah,
you know
cool.
what song I'm talking about.
We cooking. We cooking on that level. We cooking, man.
Yeah,
we cooking, man. We gonna stay cooking, man.
Yeah.
We cooking on that. I got some music. I got a song that I can play for them to keep it on the woman frequency.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
I'm gonna just play a joint before we close. I'm gonna throw the cash app up there real quick, so just in case anybody want to support and donate on that level, y'all know where to donate and support, so we can keep the channel running. You know what I mean? Shout out to Jack the Tech. Shout out to my man E, big homie, and all that, the engineer coming through doing what he gotta do. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Nika. You're gonna be on here next week. Stop playing. and all that, you know what I'm saying? But shout out to Fari X for coming on, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to
Appreciate you.
Royalty for coming on
Appreciate
and
you.
all that. Zoe the Dawn, hopefully we'll catch you the next time. Mal,
Right.
hopefully we'll catch y'all the next time and all of that. But I'm gonna, salute to everybody who tuned in and all. Thank y'all for tuning in and all that. I'm gonna get ready to play this Black Woman is God joint, and then we can close out after there. Jack, you heard?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm gonna let this shit ride out.
Yo, love dedicated to the black. I say it's God. Love. Spell crack. Music. Love. Black man is God as well. You already know. See how black woman is God, so you already know. Let's go. Still greedy over dollars, know that money's important. On my Ruble Rob shit, so I come to extort them. Know what it is. Young niggas dumb, they was dumb, so I taught them. Nothing but that raw shit, like a 20 from Buddy Jordan. And spell crack music, all in the air. Like the pollen in the springtime, the guards is here. Ain't a problem to let them things fly, y'all get scared. We caretakers of the planet Earth, y'all don't care. He who has an ear, let him listen, but y'all don't hear. It's me against this industry, and y'all compare. Song for song, hook for hook, bar for bar. Can't fuck around with ill Lord, all in all. We know that love is law and family is business. Set up an economical structure for family riches. Trying to move the keys to UCC. Like the guardianship, 720 degrees. Y'all some funny MCs, hilarious flows. Y'all shook, we both shows in all area codes. And lyrics fuck with you like the hair in your nose. Only rapper, head wrapped up and wearing the robe. All hell them lords of rap. Garments be earth tone, gun melanin black. Car master birthstone, spell crack music. We took it this far, ain't afraid to scream out. The black woman is God. All hell them lords of rap. Garments be earth tone, gun melanin black. Car master birthstone, spell crack music. We took it this far, ain't afraid to scream out. The black woman is God. All we do is watch side at the TV and get the facts from heaven is between the legs of a black woman's her that we hook up to. Since birth on the earth, she the first one we look up to. Used to birth us and nurture us too. Showed us love and care. First day of school, mommy was there. Now my mommy ain't here to share this experience with me physically. And it just ain't fair. I'd be less than a man if I just didn't care to put the black woman on the pedestal up there. Especially to all the women who got knowledge of self. Need a hand from ill Lord. Ain't a problem to help. In the 80s, white ladies had no ass at all. Now these white women got a fatter ass than y'all. They getting nose jobs and lip injections, trying to get their skin darker and switch complexions. But somewhere down the line there's a disconnection, cause their mental perception has a misconception. I ain't lip confessing, I'm just stressing the fact that black woman is God's the lesson. All hell them lords of rap, garments be earth tone, gun melanin black. Car master birthstone, spell crack music. We took it this far, ain't afraid to scream out. The black woman is God. Shit.
Good, man. You know what we do, man. Out to everybody that came through for the day.
Yep. I want to give a couple shots out to my man Al, my man Rick, and Dave for tuning in.
Still greedy over dollars, know that money's
Shout out to them, shout out to them.
Shit, so I come to extort them. Know what it is. Young niggas dumb, they was dumb, so I taught them. Nothing but that raw shit, like a 20 from Buddy Jordan and spell crack music, all in the
know what it
air.
is.
Like the
Black woman is God, man. Shout out to all the female rappers, man.
Things fly, y'all get scared. We caretakers of the planet Earth, y'all don't care. He who has an ear, let him listen, but y'all don't hear. It's me against this industry, and y'all compare. Song for song, hook for hook, bar for bar. Can't fuck around with ill Lord, all in all. We know that love is law and family is business. Set up an economical structure for family riches. Trying to move the keys to UCC. Like the guardianship, 720 degrees. Y'all some funny MCs, hilarious flows. Y'all shook, we both shows in all area codes. And lyrics fuck with you like the hair in your nose. Only rapper, head wrapped up and wearing the robe. All hell them lords of rap. Garments be earth tone, gun melanin black. Car master birthstone, spell crack music. We took it this far, ain't afraid to scream out. The black woman is God. All hell them lords of rap. Garments be earth tone, gun melanin black. Car master birthstone, spell crack music. We took it this far, ain't afraid to scream out. The black woman is God. All we do is watch side at the TV and get the
Off with your head. It's a
Yes,
body,
sir.
you heard? Motherfucking body, you heard? But
Yeah,
yeah,
man.
y'all tune in for next week's edition of the More Music Moment Cypher Show. We're gonna have some more guests. you know, some more exclusive music for y'all to tune into, and some more exclusive content for y'all to absorb. You heard?
All right. So with that being said, we out.